Let me acknowledge the Vice President here present, Mr. Eric Ate, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Ambazonia Interim House of Representatives, Dr. Winnie Lubati, the Chair Lady of the Ethics Committee, Madame Dorotingwa, the Chair of the Judicial Commission, Barrister Timothy Mbesa, all members of government and county and LGA executives here present, the coordinator of DMC and chair of MWA LGA, Ruel Mwiwo, the chairman Ndu LGA, Dr. Mfor Julius, the LGA chairman from Kambe, Dr. Tata Johnson, the head of missions, the Donga Mantung County, Godwill Samari, the following close collaborators of mine in central administration: the Deputy Secretary of State for Self-Defense and Security, Mayor Kari, the Director at the Presidency in charge of Youth, Sports and Cultural Services, Dr. Joe Bashi, the Director of Special Duties at the Presidency, Dr. Tata Johnson, the Senior Advisor to the President, Mr. Ndip Manjong, my dear people and great county of Donga Mantung, fellow Ambazonians. Let us begin this draft session by reflecting on the numerous massacres that are being perpetually carried out in Amazonia by the Yaoundé genocidal regime of La République du Cameroon. More than 50,000 Southern Cameroonians extrajudicially killed, some dumped in mass graves as far as Sangmelema in the heart of the Bulu Beti land, all in an effort to conceal their atrocity crimes. Others thrown in bushes and rivers or piled up in open graves. Our numbers are conservative. They are conservative estimates based on reported cases by some of our community agents. The true figures of the recorded and unrecorded massacres from Ngabu to Ndu, from Kwakwa to Bali, from Pinyin to Mautu, from Ekono Titi to Kumba, from Akwaya to Ekona, from Babisi to Big Babanki, from Nacho Junction to the unknown, will only be known when an independent investigation will be conducted by the government of the Southern Cameroons, Amazonia, or when this war would have come to an end and we have taken total control of our territory. As we prosecute this liberation war, we will continue to honor all those innocent Amazonians whose lives were cut short, not for what they did, but for who they are, Amazonians. We want to continue paying homage to our fallen ARF heroes and heroines, especially those from Donga Mantung County, where we are gathered today, and the entire Amazonia. No sacrifice is higher or more honorable than the sacrifice of one's life for nation. We honor you. A moment of silence, please. Let your example be emulated by those you left behind, and let the seed of freedom you watered with your precious blood never die. La République du Cameroon is surely busy now churning their new menu of lies, putting together their bouquet of deception for their customary audience at the United Nations General Assembly 2023 this September. As usual, they are preparing to say they have won the war against Amazonia, that life has returned to normal, that there are just a few pockets of resistance remaining, and that the implementation of their mysterious special status is working, and that their bizarre plan for a reconstruction and DDR at this time is yielding great results. They will surely add one more crazy lie this time, which they hope to it will attract tons of endorsement for their mass genocide strategy as the way to deal with the people of the southern Cameroon's Amazonia, which they collectively refer to as les terroristes. Sometime around early June 2023, La République du Cameroon dressed up a few Atanganji vigilantes to fake a surrender of Amber Boys Indian. None of them had a gun, remember? Not even their so-called general had one. So what were they fighting with? Building on the storyline, early this month, La République du Cameroon gathered some mortar remains from I don't know where and told their gullible followers that those were the remains of the 6 colonial delegates, that were kidnapped and killed by one FM-10 Kobo in 2020. La République du Cameroon has not prosecuted the self-confessed author they claim to have in custody. They have not ordered for an investigation to ascertain the true perpetrators of the crime. They have not conducted a forensic investigation of the cause of death of the 6 corpses. They have not conducted a forensic DNA diagnostics to determine the true identity of the corpses. Yet, La République du Cameroon authorities were so sure that the said remains were those of the missing delegates. How come, in this age and time, they hurriedly did what they called a state burial for the 6 and ordered their corrupt media to carry their narrative for the UN General Meeting in September to have at least some reference? They call it state burial, yet without a single minister from among the 6 colonial ministries where the victim to represent the state. None. Their writer did a very poor job. And let me tell you what we have. Our investigation points firmly to a job by La République sponsored as the actors of this drama. They were either the ones who kidnapped those Indian delegates, or their professional BI soldiers killed them as they tried to rescue them from the kidnappers. They then dumped them in marked graves. That is only how they could tell that those belonging to the missing delegates without investigation were those of the. That is how they knew the cause of death analysis. That is who identified 2-year-old mortal remains without DNA. If these were in the advanced world, they will all be in jail for tampering with evidence and protecting a self-confessed killer. The supposed families and unsuspecting public to attend to their concocted lies. Let's not forget where we are tonight. We are in the great county of one of the most strategic counties in our country, both graphically and geographically. Apart from its strategic location as a county, our western neighbors, Nigeria, it is also host to the La République du Cameroon colonial military base established long before the liberation was declared on us in 2018. Let us also not forget the Amazonian revolutionary luminaries from this county who beat the path to our liberation struggle, sometimes trekking from savanna highlands and plains of Donga Mantung to the midland, trying to evade colonial security checkpoints on our highways. Even double or noble and pacific approach to addressing the southern Cameroon problem, many of them were victimized just for talking about our problem. Many were killed. Some died in La République du Cameroon dungeons as we speak. Many are still languishing in their colonial dungeons, both in Amazonia and in La République du Cameroon. They never lives for our in vain. That is why the giant in this great county of Donga Mantung is awakening. Thanks to our ARFs in Donga Mantung County and your continuous financial support. The days of unperturbed participation in colonial activities in this county, induced by the recalcitrant colonial officials and CPDM crumb-begging genocidal enablers, backed by their colonial military in that part of our territory, are gone. The days when our traditional ghost towns were not observed in this county are gone. The days when revolutionary orders and the laws of our land were ignored are gone. It is not business as usual again. The streets of Ndu, Misaje, Mwa, Ako, and Kambe on Mondays are declared lockdowns. And that would tell the story of a truly awakened people jumping on the liberation train and taking their destiny into their hands. Thank you. Our ARFs in Donga Mantung, following our strategic security plan, have offset the enemy's pseudo advantage started by the military base in this country. Our forces have countered the enemy forces, constricting their perimeter of operation, pushing them back to their barracks, and causing them to rely on rudimentary air transport for logistic supplies. They can no longer patrol the streets of Donga Mantung as was the case before the struggle. We no more watch videos like of CPDM lackeys like Ngala Gerard feigning some kind of normalcy in Donga Mantung. This is what we can achieve when our federal defense structures work hand in glove with county defense structures. The reversal of the state of self-defense in Donga Mantung County, even though not yet at an optimal level, shows us that no county that the colonial genocidal forces claim to have any stronghold in or on is too hard to crack. Let me use this opportunity to appreciate and encourage the leadership of Donga Mantung County for not giving up even when the storms of our detractors within was raging. You may not have the numbers we need, but your spirit and sacrifice and revolutionary acumen are persistent. You trusted the interim government structures in place and carved out an unprecedented self-defense niche worthy of inclusion in a very tricky county like yours, where the enemy has a long established presence. The challenges are enormous, and as you see, I am aware of it. Our strategies are working here, and we will continuously fine-tune them to match the enemy's evil machinations and to make sure they do not enjoy a safe haven in Donga Mantung or any county in Kenya again. My dear people of Du, Misaje, Mwa, Ako, and Kambe, the evil enemy, La République du Cameroon, has continued to massacre your children, fathers, mothers, brothers, and sisters in cold blood. It happened in Gabu and many other villages in your local government areas, where La République du Cameroon has slaughtered our children and will not give opportunity to the victim families to express our pain or bury our loved ones. Anyone who dare bear witness of the atrocities of this colonial regime in your community to human rights investigations or investigators has either been summarily executed to or forced into exile. Many of our people are present in dire conditions as IDPs or refugees in Taraba State, Nigeria, and other neighboring countries of Nigeria. You have paid and are still paying the price of our liberation quest. We are in this together, and we will one day overcome this evil in our land. Only remain steadfast and continue to protect and support your sons and daughters, your children, our valiant ARFs in Donga Mantung, as they continue to protect you and protect us and confront our common enemy. Valiant ARFs of Donga Mantung County, I salute you and hear you loud and clear. Thank you for your service. You are speaking by your actions, and today we are here for you, to support you. You have denied the colonial enemy thugs the luxury of enjoying the relative peace they had in this county some time ago. You frustrated the CPDM strategy of bringing in Fulani mercenaries from Nigeria to rape and slaughter our population. You grounded the CPDM strategy of engendering intertribal war between the Mbororo and other ethnicities within your county. You ambushed their headstrong genocidaires in your streets. You strike their patrol posts and restrict their movement in this county despite their colonial defense base located in your county. You have created loyalty and patriotism in your collaboration with the county and Goketunja within the Savannah zone. Thank you. It is important to protect and defend this strategic gateway to Nigeria, neighboring Adamawa region in La Republique du Cameroon. We are aware of recent cases of cross-border attacks by La Republique du Cameroon-sponsored militia posing as Fulanis and killing our citizens in border villages using the so-called farmer-grazer pretext. This is a security challenge for our population, which is being handled with all the attention it deserves through our structures and strategies in place. Brave ARFs, I encourage you to defend your fort like never before. Let our policy of no county left behind in terms of spreading the firepower during this year of acceleration be your motto. Let us all deny the enemy any elusive hope of even claiming a false victory. Let the cost of the nation escalate. Let the lies they plan to tell the international community this September during the 78th UN General Assembly be short-circuited. My dear financial patrons, financial warriors, thank you for your commitment. We have demonstrated unwavering sacrifice and generosity so far. Thank you. Not because you have more or more than those who have and have decided to give up, or not. You have involved everything you have. It is because you are truly committed, ready to sacrifice all for the liberation of your nation. Your support of this humanitarian effort confirms your deeper understanding of our liberation endeavor and what we must do as a collective to take us to the finish line. You are the financial warriors or the financial ARFs. And because of your generous contributions and support to this endeavor tonight, our ARFs on the home front in Donga Mantung County will be able to deliver on the tasks they are called to accomplish. Recently, we have all noticed a more revived self-defense offensive in Donga Mantung following the federal draft. Imagine how much more our ARFs in Donga Mantung can do if we all dip our hands deep into our pockets to support them. The stakes are high. The UN meets in a couple of weeks, and there will be concerns about Amazon, whether on the General Assembly floor or in the back offices of the United Nations. We have imposed ourselves on the international agenda after 7 years of resisting these genocidaires of La Republique. Our cause is no longer a footnote in the international agenda. Your interim government is talked to and listened to attentively by major international actors or stakeholders as we continue to the prosecution of this liberation war. Thanks to your sustainable self-defense efforts and aggressive diplomacy. Therefore, let us continue to make the ground hot for the enemy, such that any talk of a return to normalcy will be far-fetched, will be ridiculous. That is why we are here tonight. Let us all support the great and strategic county of Donga Mantung with unreserved patriotism. Before I go, permit me to invite all of you to a major town hall meeting on Thursday, July the 24th. I have an important announcement for all of us. Let the 2023 draft for Donga Mantung kick off now. Viva the great people of Donga Mantung County. Viva our brave Amazonia Restoration Forces. Viva the Federal Republic of Amazonia, and God bless you, our beautiful people.
Praise the Son, our Savior, who granted us our freedom, allegiance to the heroes who bore the land with their love. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Here in our nation, flowing with milk and honey. Glory, glory, glory to the Father. Make our nation a Amazonia, land of freedom. You shall live in plenty, meaning our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of His nation. Amazonia, land of freedom. You shall live in plenty, meaning our need. And your children shall
India national anthem is done now.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yes. Can you hear me? Can we give a round of applause to
Yes, everybody can unmute
President
now.
for
You
that
can unmute
beautiful
and
speech?
give a round of
Very,
unmute.